Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
Look at that. Hey, over there. Yeah, them. So, it's Monday morning. We back from Ruckus. We in the Edge. It's like 10:30. I got up at 6:30 this morning. And I'm just now going out for coffee and breakfast. We've been up like just bull crapping. I gotta get breakfast and stuff. I'm waiting on it to warm up outside, but I gotta go pull the bad amp out, wire it up on 3 amps, and see how it does. I might just leave it on 3, get that ohm load up a little bit, which right now I'm 2 amps at 0.67 each. When I'm on 4, each is at 3.3. When I'll be on 3 amps, each amp will be at 1 ohm. two subs per amp. So I'm gonna have to see how that does. I don't know. I got somebody that might be interested in buying the Blazer, a YouTube follower on here, a subscriber named Don. We have talked on the phone, and he's definitely interested in it. Timeline will work out good if he really wants it, because I still got to get all the audio out of it, like the subs, amps, battery. So that'd work out good. It'll give me time to do that. But that's what I got for you today. Me and Deb were talking, and she had a great weekend, and this weekend is the first time she's really ever had a long line outside of the Blazer to get demos. So that made her real happy. Nervous, because when you get a long line like that, like a lot of times you'll fumble going through tracks and everything. But all in all, it was a great weekend for both of us. Even with me blowing an amp and getting it back on 2, it was a great weekend for me. And that's how the Ruckus show is, you know. Every time I usually have problems at a show, it's Ruckus, but it's only such a fun show. And it's a show that really tests your system out, because it's all pretty much, I know there's like orgs there for competition, but most people go there to demo. And it's just solid demo after demo after demo, which is what I love. I could care less about what number I can burp. You know, and a lot of times I do test to see what it's doing, but as far as getting in the lane, that ain't my thing. I know there's people that love it, and that's cool. At least you're still in the audio, you know, you're doing something and you're competing. But for me, it's just way more fun to give demos. I like the wind, and a windy build is what I'm after, you know. But anyway, guys, we're gonna get coffee, food, and we're gonna start pulling amps and wiring stuff up. So yeah, you know what this video is about already. I got the fan off. I got the screws out. I just gotta take this washer off a speaker terminal because it's real close and stops the amp from coming out. Then I can pull that out. I gotta remove these jumpers on each side. So these 2 terminals and these 2 will go to this amp here. Yeah, y'all can't see it, but the 2 bottom terminals that go to this amp. And that'll put me on 3, so we're gonna do that. And then I guess this is gonna be Deb's build. Maybe, not sure, but it's definitely a consideration.
Waiting for an answer.
We definitely have somebody interested in this already. God, that thing did so good this weekend, though. I'm really pleased with it. But you know how it is when you get a build, you always want something bigger, because I went from 415s to 6 in the blue Jeep. And I mean, yeah, I've already told you guys, I'd like to build a Suburban with like 14 or 15 15s in it. And I mean, it's still in the works at some point, but I got to take care of Mama first. So, and then if I build her that with 6 15s in it, then she's going to want a bigger build down the road probably. So it's a never ending cycle, but I need to go ahead and get this out, start wiring these up so I can set the gain on that one. So I'll be back. On removal of the amp, oh, let me get out of the sun. I spotted this on the back of my enclosure. And what I'm talking about is these spots right across here. Like, let me get it. There you go. Look at that. It's getting a glare from the sun, but you see what I'm talking about. Let's see if it matches. What? Like, it literally is up to here. But yeah, you can see all that. Something in here definitely went. And this is to show it's a refurb. The two red spots like drilled and colored in was definitely the refurb. But yeah, something in it wasn't happy. Which is odd because the voltage, I mean, I never dropped under like 15.4. My buddy Doyle was even watching me, watching my voltmeter from the driver's side window when I was giving demos. And he actually was commenting on how high my voltage was staying. So, yeah. I'm a stickler for that. When I demo, I try to keep my voltage really, really high. And yeah, something gave out, but it's all good, guys. I mean, things happen. So let's get this one wired up. And if it does really good on 3, I'm probably going to leave it on 3. I'm going to move my C-Max all the way over here. Measure, see how much room that gives me. And I might be able to do like 1, 2, turn an amp sideways, put another 45 C-Max down here. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming, but I'm thinking about doing 4 45s versus this, so I can fit more, better, bigger amps in here, or do a different layout where it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Something, I don't know. But anyway, oh yeah, this is Deb's raffle winning, or part of it, from the Ruckus and Chill show. Underground power, these are 2 8-spot fuse blocks, which are really cool. I mean, I'm team no fuse, but still, it was cool to win. But this little kit's pretty cool. You got some deadener, some of the rope. They even give you a roller. But I think this is like regular old butyl deadener. And there's not a lot in here, but it's probably a good little door kit or something. It ain't marked what's in it. Like, they didn't mark, but it's still kind of a cool kit to win. I mean, I'd say that that was probably worth just the fuse holder's probably worth the 50 I spent raffle tickets. The kit's probably worth 50. That's probably worth 50, like new cost. And then she won a cool tumbler that said Ruckus and Chill show on it. So, you know, the little fake Yeti things that everybody's like doing up and making pretty. Yeah, there was one of them with it, and then some other little paraphernalia, but I figured I'd show y'all her winning. We're all in. Got this amp hooked up. I got my jumper run from here over to here. I turned it on, and it's playing. I mean, other than that, I don't know. You know, I went from each amp being 0.33, well, strapped at 6.7 per pair, so each amp 3.3. That was 4 amps, 2 amps at 0.67, and it was still nasty hair tricking, to 3 amps at 1 ohm. So I'm hoping that the 3 amps at 1 ohm are just as good. Actually, I'm hoping it's better than 2 amps at 0.67. So I don't know. You know, until I actually get in and get out of the neighborhood someplace I can actually turn it up, I don't know what it's going to do. But at this point, I got it where I want it. For now, I've got it on 3 amps. I don't know. I mean, I got to test it. It's crazy how the amp blew and left that residue. Oh, yeah, you can see it. I left that residue on the back of my wall. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to find that. But I need to find something better for in here. I love these DS18 amps, but I need to find a better way to reconfigure this. I really need to move these and put them where they were supposed to go on the sides of the enclosure. Though I can move these amps up. More room. But, you know, I mean, I think while I have it on 3 amps, I am going to spend some time at my buddy Billy's and test it, do some burps, see what it does. All that, you know, that's what I really need to do, is test it and see where it's at. That way when I get the 4th amp back, I can put it in, go burp, see if it's any better, you know, if I gain anything or not. I mean, 'cause that's going to be the whole kit and caboodle right there, is like what it's going to be louder on. You know, that old ear demo, it's hard to tell. It really is, you know, I mean, but it definitely needs to be tested. So I have no clue. Yeah, this ain't a great video for y'all today. But the guy that I talked to about buying the old Blazer here, he's actually from my neck of the woods. Like, he's from St. Louis. I'm from Cape Girardeau, right below St. Louis. We talked on the phone, knew some of the same people way back in the day, which was awesome. So, and at this point, the daughter told the wife, like, no, I'd prefer you not wall the black Jeep. So, I don't know where that's going to go. Sometimes my daughter can be adamant on something, or sometimes she can just be like, no now and change her mind later. So it is what it is. But who knows? I only say who knows because, hell, nobody knows, especially me. So yeah, this is going to be a crappy short little video, because honestly guys, this is like all I have. I did the most of my filming over the weekend. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a little filming while I swap these amps around, get that one out. The RMA's already sent in on the other one. I'm just waiting on the shipping label. So after this video, I'm literally going to go box that amp up and get ready to take it to the FedEx store and drop it off. And that's pretty much it. You know, play with this thing how it is for a while. But again, shout out to DS18 for always taking care of me. And like I said, I love their amps. I had a guy like say that I needed different amps, better amps, and these amps are rock solid. Like this pair, they did great strapped over the weekend. That was a refurb. It could have been a bad refurb. It happens. Like my buddy Billy, you know, one of his amps that he just had repaired, it popped on him, and he wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary. And that's a DC amp, which made by Xenon. S&I think is the better Korean amps, and these are S&I. And as I said before, I don't know where my impedance is when I'm playing. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm staying up where it needs to be, because even though I'm wired at 3.3, that don't mean I'm even dropping under 1 ohm, because I could be staying over 1 ohm the whole time with impedance. This thing, all the amps have been strapped at 1 ohm in it forever. Since I built it, they've been strapped at 1 ohm, which puts each amp at a half ohm. And almost 2 years they've been in there, rock solid. So it's hard telling. Or, you know, the refurb just could have been a bad amp that I got back. It could have been weaker than the rest. This is all stuff that you have to take into consideration. When you deal with car radio, man, there's no rhyme or reason for stuff. I have seen stuff just blow out of the box when you turn it on. Like, once the amp kicks on, it'll pop. I've seen people blow amps setting the gain. Like rolling the gain up, and it just pop, you know. That's like no speaker, nothing on it. Using like multimeter and DD1, you know, just rolling the gain up and they pop. So all kind of bad stuff can happen. And unfortunately this weekend, the bad stuff happened to me. It is what it is. Anymore, I'm getting used to it, because guys, I keep telling y'all, when you have a bigger build, and this is not a huge build by no means. To some people, it's a huge build. To some people, it's small. It's 615s. You know, I was giving guys demos this weekend that have like 915s in vehicles. And to them, this ain't a big build. What makes this a really impressive build is it's my daily driver. That's why it's really impressive. But to them, it ain't a big build. To some people, it's a big build. But anyway, when you have builds of these calibers, things always go wrong. Especially when you're out here demoing all weekend long. You can, I tell you what, demoing is really, really, really bad on vehicles. It's hard on equipment. You know, equipment gets hot. You got to keep your voltage up, so you got to have strong electrical. Not to mention the actual damage that it does to the vehicle itself. Demo builds take a lot of abuse, and you know, things go wrong. I'm not going to say 100% that it's anything I did to cause the amp to go bad. Sometimes amps just pop, and it don't matter what brand it is. You know, it could be a Scar amp that could pop. It could be a DS18. It could be a Sundown. They all blow, guys. It is what it is. I mean, I've seen people in the lanes blow 2 Salt 12s just turning their crap up to bump a number. It happens. And I've kind of learned to live with that. It gets hurtful, but I've learned to live with it. So it is what it is. But anyway, peace out, guys. And as always, bass on. That gold blinging, baby. Okay, so I'm on 3 amps. Each one's at 1 ohm. When I had 2 amps in it yesterday, I noticed it demoed stronger. With 2 amps in it, they're each at 0.67. So that is definitely helping fight impedance rise. Or impedance rise. My bad. I can't even speak English this evening. But me and Deb went up the road, and I went ahead and took my little wireless SPL lab meter. Use my phone. You know, if you guys have that, you know how it works. It uses your phone to display all the information. And anyway, it don't matter if it's 34, 35, 36 hertz. That is the peak in here now. This thing is peaking low. Like, that is the actual peak. And on the 3 amps at 1 ohm, which is a lot weaker than like 4 amps at 0.33, it is doing 162.8. And it don't matter if it's 34, 35, 36 hertz. It does the same score all across the board. I could have turned it up a click and probably got a 63 out of it. But that would have driven the amps into clipping, and right now I am definitely gun shy of driving the amps into clipping. So she doing 162.8, but at the mid 30 hertz range. I did burp a solid 20 hertz at the same volume. I was going up to volume, was it 29 or 30? 29. Volume 29. And, you know, I set the amps at volume 32, but I wasn't trying to go that high because I set them with a -5 dB tone. I burp a 0 dB tone. So volume 29 to 32 is where I did all my metering at. Now, usually when I meter, I actually turn up to volume 32, 33 even. So I want a clip, but I didn't. Because the amps, and I just sent one off this morning. But anyway, at 20 hertz, volume 29, it did a 155.5. Now, I know what you're saying. It ain't a 60 at 20 hertz. No, it is definitely not. It's a daily driver. You know, I don't have 8 18s in here or 6 18s. It's a 615 build for demo. Do I think I could get a 60 at 20 hertz with all 4 amps in here wired down? I doubt it. I mean, I definitely get a 57, 58. So I'm definitely happy with it because it's a mean demo machine. And that's what I wanted, is solid, mean demo machine. I wasn't shooting for numbers. I was just curious as to what it was going to do on the 3 amps. If I run out of good material, I might wire it back down to 2, do some more testing and see what it does. I don't know. I might. I'm definitely going to, when I get the amp back, I'm going to put all 4 in and I'm going to do some burps and see what it does. I'm definitely going to do that. So anyway, guys, that's all I got. I just wanted to kind of hit y'all up and let you know what it was doing. And I might post some screenshots in here that I took, but not bad. I was impressed because I knew it was going to do a 60 on the 4 amps wired low. You know, I knew it had a solid 60s, probably 60 on music, easily. But I was kind of let down when I turned it up on the 3 amps at 1 ohm, because they're not making near the power because of rise. But I'm still impressed with the numbers that it was doing. So there is that. And like I said, it is doing it at a really low frequency, which is good. But anyway, I think I blew a horn this weekend, so I need to go ahead and rip this horn out real quick and just give it a looky-loo and see what's wrong with it. But I'm gonna try to get this video.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man.